Welcome back to Aesthetically Geeky. Today we're doing a quick and easy pet bandana. This is being modeled by the best model ever. This is my dog Bowser. He's a miniature schnapp, and I love him. He a good boy. Alright, to start off with, you're going to take a collar that fits your dog really well, and you're going to measure it. You want the buckle to basically fit right in and have the area for the leash still exposed. So you measure that length, fold your fabric in half, and figure out exactly how long it needs to be. You're going to give yourself a little bit of seam allowance, but you honestly don't need much because you'd rather have this a bit too short than too long and have it bunched up. So this is a triangular bandana, and the length from the collar to the bottom point of the bandana needs to be a little over half of the width of the usable collar length. Now, I'm not giving specific measurements so that you can use these ratios to fit any size of collar from a huge dog to a small cat. So as you can see here, it's not a perfect triangle because you want to leave a space at the top that's wide enough for your collar to be threaded through. So here I am folding back the edges once. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it makes for a cleaner edge. You do it on both sides, and you see I've cut out reversible because, hey, I don't want Christmas all the time. So the bandana will be reversible. I've got two different sides, and now the edges are folded back. So that way, it'll be a nice clean edge. Now you simply sew along the top together, making sure that at the end you keep those folded over edges together so that they don't accidentally fold back when you're sewing. And then you just do the rest of the bandana, reversing at the point so that you can eventually fold it out and have it be a nice and clean point. Now it's just a matter of snipping that corner and then turning the whole thing inside out. This might take a little while because it is a tight collar. My dog's collar is only, I think, 3/4 of an inch wide. So it's a little bit hard to fit all that whole thing through it, but you just kind of pull it, finagle it, and then you can get something sharp, stick it in there to fold the whole thing out. This takes a little longer than I'd like, but once it's done there, it's nice. I'm using just the tip of my scissors to sort of poke out that the very tip of the bandana, and then you want to press it flat so that you don't see, you don't waste any material in the folds, and it leaves a nicer crisp line, just like that. Then you want to make sure that you can actually get your collar in there, but you also want to sew right across that edge because otherwise it kind of buckles and doesn't look very good. So just a straight, easy top stitch right across where the folds were, and that should give you a nice, gotta cut all the threads, and then you just begin to thread it through. Getting the buckle through is a little bit problematic, especially if it's a sort of wide, ugly plastic one like this, but doesn't really matter. Get that in there and see you've left room, hopefully at the end, so that your leash can attach, so you don't lose the license, and then you can put it on your dog and make them sit pretty while you show it off. Yeah, Bobo. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but November 23rd is the holiday for Wolfenoot. Wolfenoot is when the spirit of the wolf brings and hides small gifts around the house for everyone. People who have had, or are kind to dogs get better gifts than everyone else. You eat roast meat because wolves eat meat, and a cake decorated like the full moon. So everyone should be going out and celebrating #Wolfenoot on November 23rd. Maybe get your dog a little bandana to wear.